Masters. How's it going, everyone? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little daily transfer roundup show for you. Afternoon edizione. Hope you're all having a good day. Thanks for stopping by, getting in here. Who have we got in here? Let's have a look. Let me turn that down. Melting all over the gaff. Hey, Ahmed, how you doing, bro? Ellie, what's going on with you today? Asan Akhtar, how you doing? Afternoon to you, matey. JP's in the gaff. Ellie as well. Sorry, already said you, but good to see you all here. Ryan Burberspin 9, Kayam, Ryan Couchy, Jarvis Cocker, Ice Queen Gaming. How's everyone doing? Strip Bear, hello to you too. It's great to see you all. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting in here. Smash the thumbs up button, lads and lasses. Let's get into it then. So, it's obviously not that long until the transfer window closes, just about a week to go. United melted all over the place so far this window long. But maybe, just maybe, it's starting to come together. Maybe, just maybe, we might start to see some movement in this window with a couple of players coming in there. And potentially a good few players going out as well. And we'll get into it today. We want to talk about the main headlines right away, which is the Alex Telles deal. Obviously, we're talking about the players that are coming into this football club. First, Alex Telles, what an unbelievable signing that would be for somewhere in the region of 15 million euros is what we're talking about here. So it's not a lot of money, but look, it's not done at this stage. But let's just have a look at the latest news. So today, a French journalist, Mohamed Bahafsi, reported that United have agreed a 5-year contract with Alex Telles, personal terms, all sorted out. And it's just a case of agreeing a fee now with FC Porto. It's also reported that we have gone in with a second bid. So Manchester United have gone in with a second bid, an improved bid. So talks are definitely progressing here with Alex Telles and Porto. It seems like it's just a matter of time before this guy's going to be a freaking Red Devil. Come on, United! Get this lad in! Stop fanning around now! Let's make it happen! But come on, hopefully he's going to be our first, well, our second, it feels like our bloody first signing of the window, but it's actually our second signing of the window. So let's be buzzing for that. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're buzzing for Alex Telles, that's right. How are you doing, Coco84? What's going on as well? Lucy Galbraith, great to see you. Ryan Burberspin 9, Jonathan Brither, and everyone else, thank you very much for getting in it. Let's get into it. Yeah, nice one, George Best 7, Jim Joe Bobley, Dizzy Red Devil, Zenden Highland, Raymond Moore getting in there with the buzzing votes. Right then, so it's interesting, isn't it, because Manchester United have to get him. We've got to get him in the next few days. It would make a lot of sense. It's his agreement for him to join us, really, with him, the player. We've not really had the issue with agreeing personal terms with players. It's always been about agreeing it with the clubs, which we have had a big issue in doing because of the twats we've got on the top of our club, really. Matty Judge and bloody Eddie Woody Wood King Edward Potato Head. That melt. Who we've had enough of, to be perfectly honest. We should just make bloody, like, crisps out of him or something. Do you know what I mean? Send him off to the financial department to type. Give him some admin desk job. That's all he's really capable of doing. Why's my thing not on there? Hang on a second. I've had a bloody nightmare here. Wait a second. Let's have just a look at this. One moment. Got some sort of an issue here. There we go. Goal alert. There is no goal. But, sorry, I just realised I didn't have the scrolling ticker at the bottom of the screen there, folks. How are we all today anyway? Let me know how you're doing and how you're feeling today. I hope you're having a good one. If you are feeling good, then get involved in the live comments. And if you're not feeling good, get involved even more. And we'll cheer you up, lads and lasses. Dan Hagee says, Sancho is staying another year, according to Marco Royce. It's on Sky Sports News now. Yeah, I've heard this. Look, we're going to get into this in a little bit. But look, to be honest with you guys, it's freaking Marco Royce, you know. It's not the be-all and end-all. If a big enough offer comes in, then you would think that that something could be done. But I doubt Manchester United will be. I very much doubt Manchester United will be paying the amount of money that they want. We've always talked about this being a 40% chance, 50% chance, 50-50 with Sancho. And personally, I think that's still the case. I don't think there's any divine right that Manchester United have to be able to go and pinch Sancho off of Dortmund for anything less than they want to sell him for, which is a lot of money. It's 120 million euros or around about that, and maybe it would be even more now because, like they did say at the start of the window, after the August 10th deadline, they would not be interested in signing him. So we will get onto that in a little bit, lads and lasses, but I'm just going to talk about the main news, which is the Telles deal is progressing at this moment in time. There's a second offer going in by Manchester United from this is what we understand. We'll see if how much improved that is. We've got them bent over a barrel. They've got to sell them to us in this window. United could actually just wait until January and agree personal terms with him then. And then he'll be joining next season. Okay, we won't have him now, but Porto are fully aware of that. they're not going to want to lose out on an asset which he could sell for 12 or 15 or however many million right now. So United need to go back with an improved offer, which it sounds like they have done, and hopefully be able to get this deal done in the next couple of days. That's what we're expecting at the moment, folks, is a deal in the next 2 days. Let's see if it happens, folks. Hopefully it can. But this is our board we're talking about. Fanning around and not getting deals done in a hastily time is exactly what our board is all about. Ahmed, what's crack-a-lacking? Football with Brownie, what you doing? He says, I hope the pig pen's seen some action after you hit the 30k mark. Always, my friend. Coco84, Eddie A, KM, Ice Queen Gaming, Kivs2703. I'm doing well. How are you doing, Kivs? Thank you for asking. Hope you had a nice birthday yesterday, Dawn, as well. Okay then, so Alex Telles is potentially coming to United in the next few days. Let's hope that that's legit and true, and that this second offer has been tabled by United. It seems like that is the case. Negotiations, of course, will be ongoing, but Porto will be looking to cash in anytime soon. And, of course, we need him. We don't really have, there's talks of having another backup left-back, like waiting in the wings or something like that. That's not the case. We would have to go and start talks with who else? Tagliafico or something last day of the window. It's bullshit. So hopefully we get the Tanners deal done. Yeah, I mean, look, it's probably going to be, what do you guys think? How much do you think it's going to cost to get Tanners in? I think 16 million euros is going to be the fee now. I look at transfers like Thiago to Liverpool for 20 million, and I think Telles has got to go for a little bit less than that. So I'm thinking 16 million. I don't know what you folks think, but get your little votes in the live chat of how much you think it will take to get Telles. Let's see who's right. Let's hold a little poll, because it's going to be announced at some point what the agreed fee is between the two football clubs. So let's have a little poll. Kayam says 15 million pounds, you're saying. So you're saying 15 million pounds, which is what, about 18 million euros or somewhere around there. So yeah, that's quite interesting. I would say I'm thinking about 17 million euros, whatever that is in pounds. I'm going 17 million euros. That's what I'm going for. Yes, Ahmed, mate. He says, Alex Telles, 48 hours, fingers crossed. Absolutely, we're hoping that it's going to be in the next 48 hours. Probably be a little bit longer, because even if it was announced today, really, that the clubs had reached an agreement, it would still take a good little bit of time to be able to get the guy over here and get the medical done and all that good stuff. Hey, Gungshi, how are you today, mate? He says, hi all. I might not be able to take part that much today. Severe pain tonight. Ellie, hope you're still on the mend, allergy-wise. Gungshi, sorry to hear that, matey. I hope you have a better time of it later on. Everybody, please do stick a beer emoji in the live chat for Gungshi and cheer him up. But either way, Gungshi, have a great one. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello in this stream, mate. You legend. Powell Brick says 15. Ricky Guy says 14. Mr. Edwards says 18.5 million. The United Way says, hey Pig, sorry I inboxed you so close to you not going live. Hadn't realised. Oh, no worries, I haven't seen it, to be honest with you, mate. So no worries at all, United Way. I'll check that soon. I am a little bit gashtastic at checking my inboxes and on all platforms, to be brutally honest, but I will. Thank you very much. Aaron Orte Pluis says, good to hear from you. Any Tellers? But all I need is for him to join in a United shirt. Okay, yes, you're spot on. We just need to get him through the door now. Hopefully that happens very, very soon. We'll give you all the information as it happens, guys, so don't worry about that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Also, if you're just getting in here right now, smash that like button. There's over 100 of you watching right now. Leave that thumbs up rating on the video. That would help us out tremendously. Thank you very much for all stopping by and getting in here. Man United Football, how you doing, man? He says, I would like to know in general who is coaching the players, because I look at Liverpool players last night and I'm very jealous. Just want to put that out there. Yeah, they're doing a good job coaching the players over there at Liverpool, but guess what? They've also got the players. They've also got a full set of players, a full squad of players, and Klopp's had years to work there and assemble his team. So that's probably why we're just not ready yet. They're the only real finished article team in the league. Everyone else is transitioning or trying to rebuild or in a period of complete bloody disdain. Gungshi says 15 million and a sack of potatoes. Nice one, Football Brownie. Thank you for the cocktail there. That looks pretty beautiful. What's that? Pina colada. If you like pina coladas. Anyway, sorry guys, let's get back onto the transfer news. Shout out to you all for stopping by. So Alex Telles, there's the main stuff. Also, so this is what Mohamed Bouhafsi had to say on social media. To translate it, he said active negotiations between Manchester United and Porto for Telles. A second offer has been made, as announced several days ago and confirmed since, the player has given the agreement to join Manchester United. So we all knew that the player wants to leave and join Man United. He's agreed personal terms with United. We've now tabled a second offer. That's the latest news, folks. A second offer for Alex Telles. That's looking what is the situation at the moment. We obviously knew negotiations were progressing anyway. So it looks like he's going to be a Red soon. Let's hope in the next 48 hours. That'd be sick. Loving this cup of coffee today, guys. Wow. Anyway, right. Also, let's get on to the other main news. There's some reports coming out at the moment that Manchester United are working on 3 deals currently. There's a bunch of different stuff coming out to say that we're working on 3 deals currently. The 3 deals in question are currently being reported as Telles, Sancho, and potentially Armand Traore. But, you know, this is just some information that's come out. I mean, look, who really knows? I mean, we have been talking with Armand Traore. We've supposed to have made an inquiry. We've also been understood to have made an inquiry for Watford and Ismaila Sarr. Maybe Sarr would be a backup to Sancho if we cannot get Sancho. And maybe Traore is a player we get as well as Sancho, because he's probably dirt cheap, as he's only an 18-year-old lad who's probably not going to have too much of an impact right now. So that's the truth of it. That doesn't really excite me, but it is 3, you know, well, that's what we should be doing. We should be getting 3 more bloody players in this window. One of them being a bloody centre-back. Never mind Armand Traore, but one of them being a bloody centre-back, lads and lasses. But either way, you know, it's hopeful that we're United are working on 3 deals. We understand we're definitely working on 2 deals. So there's definitely Sancho still in the pipeline, of course, which we're going to go back for hopefully a new offer, which maybe Dortmund would accept, but I'm not holding my breath because we've left it very late, and of course it's a lot of money. There are some other links as well. There's a couple of other links to players being potentially linked to Dortmund as well. So, look, it's all part of this whole PR movement at the moment. We'll see what actually progresses in the next few days. We're getting to the sticky part of it, though, guys. That's it. The shit's about to hit the fan in terms of this transfer window. We are going to see how weighty Woodward's cojones are here. We think we already know the answer to that, don't we? Raisin worthy. But they are going to find out. We are going to find out their metal right now. We're going to find out what sort of bottle they've got and what their capabilities really truly are, and how much the Glazers and how much Woodward and these guys are prepared to actually finance Manchester United, and how much they're prepared to actually invest in this football club to improve us in this window. Okay, it's one thing to dawdle and camp out all bloody summer long to try and get a cheaper deal. That's classic Woodward and classic financiers. You know, they're obviously going to try and save the bottom line. But if you do ultimately get the players that you needed to get, then, you know, we could all pretty much live with that shit, can't we? That's not really the main issue. The main issue has always been getting the players in. If we get them in at the end of the window, that's no real difference to getting them in, you know, at the start of the window, really, apart from, yes, you would have a lot more time to prepare the squad and bed them in. But if you're only adding a couple of players like we are, I don't really see how it would make that much difference. Maybe if Chelsea, with what they did, if they got all their players in earlier, that makes so much. It's just better to get them in earlier. I don't care what people say. It is actually better to get them in earlier. But for United, with the only 1 or 2 players coming in, it's not that much better to get them in earlier. So as long as we do get them, that's the main thing. I just have very little faith in our board. With their capabilities of getting these deals done, particularly the Sancho deal. Like, yes, we're going to get Telles. I'm pretty confident about that. And even like somebody like Armand Traore, he's an 18-year-old kid. We should be able to get him for peanuts, really. Of course, you know, he's a good young talent, but how much are you going to be paying for him? Daniel James type of money, maybe? I don't know. So, yeah, that's not really one for right now either. The Sancho deal is the one that worries me because we've already tried to negotiate with them. They've battered us away. And we probably aren't prepared to pay the money. We'll see if we've got the bottle to do it. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that Woodward and Judge have the bottle to do it this window. If you think they're going to do it, smash it in the live chat. Neuralite Ahmed says, Pig, please, is Sancho coming or not? Let's have a look at my crystal ball, my friend. There's so many different factors. Are United prepared to pay the money that Dortmund want? That's the key thing here. Sancho wants to come. Personal terms aren't an issue. We bloody want him. Solskjaer's desperate for him. These aren't the issues. It's all about our finances and whether or not we're prepared to meet the valuation of Dortmund. So until we find out whether a negotiation can be agreed, whether an agreement can be made with the negotiations, then we have no idea to say whether he's coming or not. Me personally, I think it's 40% likely. I think there's a 60% chance he stays at Dortmund and a 40% chance he comes to United. Darren MUFC says, I've got more chance playing for United than Sancho coming. Get your boots on, Darren. We could do a lot worse than you, to be fair, mate. I don't even need to see you play, and I've seen people like Lingard play, so you've got a job, mate. Nice one, Stephen Alexander. He says, Sancho comes or I'll donate $50. Crikey, Stephen Alexander. Well, yeah, hopefully he's coming, but there's nothing to say that he's definitely coming, so I wouldn't really pay any attention to anybody that says it's 100% done right now, because it's definitely not 100% done. If it was 100% done, we'd have had him already. It's almost the end of the window now. Anything can happen, anything can happen. Sphinxu, how you doing there as well? Archie, what's going on? He says Sancho is definitely not coming. See, this is the thing. It's very split in the old fan base of who thinks Sancho's coming and who thinks Sancho is not coming. So if you think Sancho is coming, smash a 1 in the live chat. If you think Sancho is not coming, smash a 2 in the live chat. I'll show you what I mean. So have a look at this, folks, because this is what it's about. This is the fan base and how split it is on whether or not Sancho's coming or not. Get in there, my son. Shout out to Abby Humphrey, I think, who just subscribed. Legends, thank you very much for getting in here. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Get involved with your thoughts and opinions. This looks a bit weird on here today because of the green screen and stuff. Look at this badge. That's kind of freaky. Au revoir. Au revoir. Let's put the old collar up like Cantona. Anywho, that looks a bit weird today, man. Right, okay, let's think about this then. So, Gangshi comments, I honestly don't know to think about Sancho, to be honest. Yeah, lots of 1s coming in, lots of 2s coming in, lots of 1s coming in, lots of 2s coming in. It's very split, that's how it is. Most people don't really know what's going to happen, so that's just how I am as well. Who really knows? Anybody who claims that they're 100% sure or an expert on this, they're talking absolute codswallop, lads and lasses. Nobody can know. Even bloody Jadon Sancho doesn't know. Solskjaer definitely doesn't bloody know. People like Woodward and Judge, they don't have a bloody clue. All that we know at this moment in time, sorry, that was irritating my ears. All we can do at this moment in time is basically hope that we can get the negotiations all wrapped up and done and dusted with Dortmund, and that they would consider selling him to us for a little bit less than what they wanted at the start, which is 120 million euros. Now, if you could fork up the money to pay 90 million euros and 20 million later, maybe they would take that in this pandemic where they're desperately short of cash and everybody's lost a lot of money this year because matchday revenue's gone, and there's just a lot of varying factors. Everybody's feeling it this year. Dortmund would love 100 million in their coffers right now, so it's not completely unlikely that United could get him for a little bit less, but I just do not see us going to pay the 120 million for him because we would have done that already. Yeah, nice one, CT. Good to see you. Thank you, mate. I think you said that about 88 times now, but thank you very much for saying that. John A has just become a member of the channel. Yes, John A. Thank you very, very much, John, for becoming a member of the Bacano Brigadiers, or the Bacon Brigade, as some people call them. Thank you so much for joining, dude. Everybody, all the channel members, stick your favourite channel member emoji in there to welcome John. John, thank you very, very much for that, dude. Soccer blogger says Di Marcio tweeted, Pig United also looking for a striker. Flying Pig United, nice one. Yeah, I mean, look, there's so many different links and speculation. It's very interesting. There's also that link to that striker Milik from Napoli. So yeah, maybe that's the one they're talking about. Or there's a bunch of different ones. Maybe as well, like Josh King is one that's been linked obviously quite recently, quite regularly as well. How about some of the other ones as well, like who else? There was some, I can't remember now, but there's a bunch of different strikers that have been linked to us recently, and it's just like, what? We need to not focus really on the striker area, I personally think. I think that's not really the best area to strengthen. I think the best areas to strengthen are definitely right wing, centre back and left back. Like, if we got a striker before we got a centre back, I would be a little bit annoyed about that, because we do actually have a bunch of different options at striker. There's a Igalo there until January. We've got Tony Martial. Rashford can play there. Greenwood, of course, could be the perfect deputy number 9 for the next few seasons for Martial. So there's no real rush to improve and strengthen the striker area. I don't have an issue sticking Mason Greenwood up top in any game in the number 9 role as a backup and thinking he's not going to score goals. I would think he would score goals. So he's such a natural finisher, we might as well utilise him there. And if we can do that, then that means we can just focus a little bit more on the wings and strengthening in other areas of the team as well, such as the centre-back position. That's the most important one. John A, you bloody legend. Thank you very much for becoming a member of the Baker Brigade. That is awesome of you. Really appreciate it, man. Serious Lee, how are you doing, Serious Lee? Good job, moderators, sorting out there's a lot of spam going on in the live chat today. Don't spam, guys. Say what you got to say once. What are you doing? Well, the mods are on your case anyway. You're not going to win. Jonathan Brivers says, I don't want Josh King. Who wants Josh King? Anybody who wants Josh King, they must be off their tits, because he's a decent player. Like I've said this before, I'd take him if he was our 7th signing of the window to strengthen, but I wouldn't take him in any other capacity. Not to improve the starting 11 right now. There's definitely way better options out there. Kungshi says, Ryan Bubba beat me to it. Good lad, Ryan. Thank you so much. Darren MUFC, spam isn't made from pig, is it? I don't know, what even is spam? It's like some weird sort of artificial pig or something almost. I don't even know. Anyway. Okay, let's get back onto the transfer news. Thank you to so much everybody who's watching. There's over 250 of you watching right now. Let's smash 100 likes on the videos, lads and lasses. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, and if you just joined us, leave a cheeky little like on it. Okay then, so let's get on to the rest of the news then. So that's Alex Telles, negotiations progressing, second offer's been made, that's all good. United's supposed to be looking at a few different players in this window, such as Jadon Sancho, Telles, Armand Traore, Milik, there's even other links as well, such as Kante and stuff, which are just not realistic, but we should be linked to a centre-back, that's what I'm getting at. Simon Stone reporting this morning, talks continuing in regards to Alex Telles. Man United do not think 18 million is realistic for a player who can sign pre-contract in a little over 3 months and leave for nothing at the end of the season, which is true. So we're holding out, and we're understood to have offered a second offer now as well since then. Porto is still haggling, though, over Telles, but it now looks very likely, this is from Sam Pilger, now looks very likely he will arrive at Old Trafford within days. So, you know, we're hoping for the next 48 hours it would be good for that to be all done and dusted. Let's get on to the other news then, lads and lasses, which is quite interesting news, and it's in regards to Marco Reus. Which, let me turn that down. Marco Reus, obviously Borussia Dortmund player, captain, has come out and said he's told Sky Germany that Jadon Sancho is staying at the club for 1 more year. So this is all this doesn't mean jack shit, anybody. Everybody's saying, oh, because Marco Reus, the captain, said he's staying. Doesn't necessarily mean he's staying. Okay, it's not good. It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. It puts the percentages of him joining down a little bit more. It's not a good sign, but it doesn't mean he's not joining. If United can reach a financial agreement with Dortmund, if we can make them an offer they can't refuse, then we can get Jadon Sancho, trust me. But I just don't have a faith in our board. Unfortunately, we don't have the Godfather, dangling and doing the business up top for us. Unfortunately, we've got what? The Melt Father or the Potato Father? I don't know. We've got a potato doing the business for us, so it doesn't really work very well when we try and get business done. So I don't think we are going to get the deals done. But you never know. You never know. But look, Borussia Dortmund captain, he's come out. I mean, we haven't given up yet on signing Sancho, but let's get his exact quote up here. This is what he said. He said, in regards to being asked if Sancho had made the right call to stay and had the potential to be as good as Cristiano Ronaldo. What? When did Sancho make the call to stay? That's bullshit. He basically at one point said, I'm just basically going to get on with it while I'm still here, pretty much. You know what I mean? And I'm professional and I crack on. And if there's people that deal with that stuff for me, so I'm just going to crack on and play. Do you know what I mean? So he's not said that. But anyway, asked if Sancho had made the right call to stay and have the potential to be as good as Cristiano Ronaldo, Reus told Sky Germany, For us players, this was great news. We're all happy that he will be with us for 1 more year. No, I can't really. Anyway, because he delivers assists and goals, so we get points. Yes, that's true. 60 assists and goals in 52 appearances in the last 2 seasons from Jadon Sancho. Oh my days. That is some ridiculous statistics. He also went on to say, if he gets as big as Lionel Messi or Ronaldo, we will see. He needs time, experience, and it will be important how he manages the times when things don't go so well. But he has the confidence and the quality. Look, he's obviously a fantastic player. Everybody holding him pretty high regard. I don't know if we should be talking about Messi or Ronaldo levels right now. Everyone does keep saying he's a generational talent, and I do agree with that. But come on, it's a bit unfair to sort of bandy him with the same brush already at 20 years old as Ronaldo and Messi. I don't know if anybody can be like Ronaldo or Messi, to be honest, ever again. We'll see. But very, very interesting in regards to that anyway. So I must say that is something that I'm hoping happens, but we've been hoping for it all summer long, and it probably is, there's a good chance that it won't happen at this stage. Thank you very much. Matt Rush has just sent something over to me. What's this in regards to? Manchester United. Okay, so Gianluca Di Marzio has just tweeted. Interesting. He's tweeted at 3:20 p.m. Thank you very much to everybody in the live chat who's given me this information as well. And Matty the Rushmeister. Gianluca Di Marzio, Manchester United looking for a new striker. Talks ongoing with Edinson Cavani official. And with Real Madrid for Jovic, loan transfers. Man United. You freaking what, mate? What? What is that? It's a bit of eggshell. Rancid. Anyway, guys, what the hell? What the bloody hell is going on here? No, this isn't legit anyway. This just sounds like absolute bullshit. That sounds like bullshit to me, but Di Marzio's come out and he's just... Anyway, he's just put a cat amongst the pigeons there and basically said United are in for Cavani and Jovic, potentially on loan, which is just to come a little bit out of left field there, folks, so that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Very interesting, in fact. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I personally don't want Cavani or anything like that. I think this is just more PR nonsense, really. This is more PR nonsense to try and get some sort of a deal done with, I don't know, Dortmund or whoever, just to try and basically say, look, we have got other people lined up, we have got other players lined up, like Cavani or whoever, big money players that we can pay them money to, the wages to, and get them for a lot less. So do you want to play ball or not? Do you want to play ball or not, Dortmund? If not, we're going to take our big ball of money and go home. So that does sound quite interesting, but I mean, look, I don't really want to get too much into it. I don't want to get too much into that one right now. I personally think it's very interesting. But yeah, Jay Finesse says Jovic would be proper. That would be a very good signing, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think Jovic would be a fantastic signing. Well, it's said on loan there, so it's quite interesting. United Way says, I think it's a push. It's to push BVB to move on Sancho Mane. Exactly, I'm with you on that one, dude. John A says, because there's no transfer fee, it's possible, Pete. Yeah, I mean, it is possible. It is possible, but it's just very unlikely. I don't think, certainly, I mean, Jovic, yes, but I don't think that Cavani is a player that Manchester United should be going for right now. It just smacks of that Radamel Falcao deal right now. I don't want nothing to do with Edinson Cavani right now. Have a chat. I mean, he's a goal scorer, isn't he? He's a proper goal scorer. Do us a favour, smash a 1 in the live chat if you would take Edinson Cavani at Manchester United in this window, if you would take him. But that would be somewhat of a Sancho alternative, though, and that would only be happening, I think, if Manchester United did not get Sancho, which would basically mean that we're only looking at the short term there, and it's not really a good thing to do. But if we could strengthen the centre-back position instead, you never know. Hey, no worries, Ice Queen Gaming. Hope you had a great day. Thank you so much for getting in here as well. Lots of people getting twos in here saying no, they don't want Edinson Cavani. Bunch of people saying yes, they would take him, such as Graham Curry and Ray UK08. They would definitely take him. Gunshi says hell no. I don't see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really looking at getting Edinson Cavani in right now. He's not the type of player we're looking for right now. He's obviously an experienced player, but he's potentially injury prone. He's also potentially a prima donna who's just coming for the money. Another mercenary, so to speak. We don't want another mercenary. We just got rid of that Alexis Sanchez, Bruno Mars wannabe. Forget those types of players for now. We need to be signing these up-and-coming players. What I like about Sancho is, yeah, it's a huge money deal and he's on a big money, but he's gone to Germany because he's hungry to play football. He's made a name for himself over there. He wants to come to United to further progress his career. He seems an ambitious man in terms of wanting to be one of the best footballers in the world. That's what I like about him. Cavani's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got a little bit of a stain on it, played alongside that Luis Suarez melt and probably had a bit of toothiness rub off on him, and you know, I just personally don't want him. Hi Ian Barron, how you doing, Ian Barron? Good to see you, lad. Jim Joe Bobley. Jay Finesse, Sham Shahid says there's no clear plan. Glazers out. Absolutely. Let's just say that right away. Glazers out. Rob JT says, I would take Jovic, to be honest. I think we'd all take Jovic, actually. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would take Jovic. Let me just get Jovic's stats up. I like to do this on the show and just have a look and just see the stats, obviously. So let's have a little cheeky little look. So apparently he wants to quit Real Madrid and end this 12-month nightmare or something. Jovic here. So, this is interesting. I'll just put his name into Google. That's the top story. So let's just have a little look at Jovic's stats so far. Obviously, he is only 22 years of age, so that's very young. Serbian international. Let's have a look at his statistics over the last couple of seasons. He's currently valued about £28 million as per transfer market here. So let's just have a look at his stats for all seasons and see what sort of goal scoring rate this lad's got. So, at centre forward, obviously, in the Champions League last year, he played 5 times, no goals in La Liga. He played 17 times, 2 goals, 1 assist. In the Bundesliga in 18-19, though, he played 32 times and he got 17 goals and 6 assists for Eintracht Frankfurt. Europa League that year, he bossed it. In the Europa League, he played 14 games and he scored 10 goals and got 1 assist. Season before that in the Bundes for Eintracht Frankfurt, he got 22 appearances, 8 goals, 1 assist. No, I think he's just been frozen out at Real Madrid there. I don't personally know the situation, whether he's been injured or in and out the side or completely out of favour with Zinedine or whatever the bloody situation is there at Real Madrid. I don't really know. But it seems like he's not played a lot of football in the 1920 season. He's barely, only had 17 appearances in La Liga. He only scored 2 goals. And actually, sorry, if you look at the total game time and minutes that he's actually had, oh, do you know what? Don't even pay any attention to the goal scoring rate. Because if you look at the minutes that he had in La Liga, he played 17 times. He's only been on the pitch 420 minutes. So that's what, the equivalent like 6 or 7 games or something like that? Not very much, really. Like, he's just been used, obviously, sporadically as a substitute and things like that. So, look, he's obviously a very good player. When he was over in the Bundesliga, he was scoring a lot of goals, but he's just been frozen out at Real Madrid there. So, yeah, would you take him, guys? Seems quite interesting. Crest Welsing says 55 and 173 games, Pig. Yeah, well, he's young. I think that's the sort of player we should be looking to get. Somebody that we can maybe revitalise. Somebody we can get for cheap enough, and also maybe on loan or something just as an option, and somebody to just sort of help us around after Igalo goes. It makes perfect sense. Now, if it's a loan deal, that's one thing. If it's a permanent deal, then even better, because he is only 22. And look, you can't really base it on the last 12 months, really, I don't think. I don't think that's fair. If he's been frozen out in the squad, I mean, let's just have a look at this quick article here very quickly, just in regards to Luka Jovic. So, wants to quit Real Madrid and end 12-month nightmare and to return to Eintracht Frankfurt on loan. This is the Sun reporting this, so just forget this. But it's understood. Mundo Deportivo reports that 22-year-old is pushing for a move back to Frankfurt to end a nightmare 12 months in the Spanish capital. The Serbian striker's been given the Gareth Bale treatment by Zinedine Zidane. He started only 4 La Liga games last season as he was frozen out by Zinedine. He had a very prolific 2018-19 season with Eintracht Frankfurt. He slammed 27 goals in and got 7 assists in 48 games in all competitions. So very good stats there the season before he joined Real Madrid, but he's not been played. He's not been played at Real Madrid, it seems. So he's looking to leave. That's a good signing. 22 years of age. I didn't realise he was still that young. That is actually a very good signing. 22. What do you guys think? How do you feel about that one? Get in the comment section and let me know. Amici Kelvin says no deal for him. I don't think that's realistic, though, to be honest. I don't know if those 2 links that we've just heard there, Cavani and Jovic, are that realistic. We are understood to be working on a few different players, though, and we were talking about, is the third player Traore? Is the third player... it could be Jovic, could be one of these guys. So there's supposed to be a few players we're earmarked to bring in this window. But so far, we only know of 2 proper movements with the football club. But anyway, sorry, we got sidetracked. We got sidetracked with that information there. Thank you very much to the great legends in the live chat who let me know that Gianluca Di Marzio tweet, which said Man United are looking for a new striker. Talks ongoing with Edinson Cavani official, and with Real Madrid for Jovic on loan. So that's the latest at 3:20 p.m. Cavani and Jovic rumoured to be coming to United, which seems pretty mental. So yeah, that's crazy. But either way, that's just come out. Let's talk about what we were talking about, which is Jadon Sancho and Dortmund, and why Marco Reus has come out and said that he doesn't think, or he said no, he's going to be staying, basically. But I don't think that's legit. I think that really Jadon Sancho, if the price is right, United can get him in. By the way, there's over 350 of you tuning in this afternoon. Shout out to all you bacon brigadiers out there. Thanks for stopping by. Do us a massive favour. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. And join me in conversation in the live chat, you legends. Joseph Berg comments, as Americans, we pray if we train hard, we can get in Bundesliga or English Premier League. Yeah, there's some good American exports over the years, to be fair, that have played in both those leagues. Matt Rush's transfer update, Pig. Dude, Matty Rush has just sent me some information over. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. That's the same one. Hang on. Send me it again, Matt Rush, please, dude. Send me it again, please, Matt Rush. Anyway, right, okay, hang on. Let's get into this then. So, Manchester United are holding various discussions in an attempt to secure more signings before October the 5th. That is some more information that we know about. So in terms of a few different signings potentially coming. Also, there's a bunch of stuff. I'll just talk about the departures very, very quickly. AS Roma are preparing a new bid to sign Chris Smalling from Manchester United on a permanent deal. Talks have reopened. That's looking likely. So we could get 4 players gone in this window now. 4 more players, because not only is that happening, but also there's some speculation linking Daniel James still to a loan move to Leeds United, but that's not even the most realistic one. Pereira is obviously about to join Lazio pending a medical and stuff, so he's definitely going to Lazio this season. Also, Rojo is understood to be leering a move away, could be leaving to Estudiantes or going somewhere else in this window. And there's one other player, who is it? Diogo Dalot. AC Milan interested in taking him on loan. AC Milan are in for him. Also, Porto are understood to be interested in potentially taking him on a permanent move. So we'll see if that's true. We'll see if anything materialises with that. But we could see those 4 players leave in this transfer window. And that's not even taking into account some other players that also could leave, such as, I guess, Sergio Romero might be one that United could probably move on. Also, maybe even Lingard. It's possible. He's only got a year left on his contract. United do have an option to extend it. Lazio will pay more than half of Andreas Pereira's wages whilst he's on loan this 2021 season at Lazio. Just so you know, Fabrizio Romano giving us an update on that as well. Will pay more than half. We thought that yesterday. Because he's on 70 grand a week, it didn't make a lot of sense to me that Lazio would only pay 35k a week and United be happy with that. So I think probably more like 50k a week they're paying, and United are making up the rest of the 20k a week. Somewhere around that. So that's good news. Andreas Pereira is going to be going to Lazio very, very soon. And also a few other players looking like they're going out. Rob JT comments Jovic for a substitute to Martial. He's added depth to ST, which we need. Tall order for our board. I don't believe Dortmund. I'll believe it when Jadon Sancho says he stays himself. Still optimistic. So true. Yeah, this is all just PR mess put out by the board. They use certain media figures on social media to drip feed information and say, oh no, it's definitely not going and all that. It's just to try and drive the price up. And again, United, what we're doing, what our PR machine is doing, is linking us with all these other players, Jovic, Cavani, Traore, Sarr, all these other players we're being linked to, and it's all part of the same process. It's all just a battle against each other to try and drive the prices up and down. We'll see what really happens in the next few days. It's going to be freaking exciting though, lads and lasses. I'm starting to buzz my tits off about the prospects of actually seeing some players signed for United this window. We know we need a shitload of them. We're probably not going to get all the players that we need. We know we need a centre-back, and that's not looking like it's on the horizon right now. You never know, but it's not looking like it. But it's going to be exciting for a few days, guys, because we are going to actually get some players, hopefully, unless they completely shit the bed, in which case there's going to be a freaking riot, my friends. There will be a freaking riot if we don't sign some players in the next few days, because this is preposterous, this window, up until now. And unless we do finish the window with a nice flurry of signings and get rid of a few of the gash players as well, so we've actually progressed for the start of the season, then what the bloody hell is the point? So get in there, my son. Hopefully we're going to see a few bits of nice information coming out and some new signings coming. So watch this space, my friends. Watch this space. Yes, Chris Smalling linked with Roma. Dalot going to maybe AC Milan or Porto potentially. Daniel James linked with loan move to Leeds. You've got, it's all kicking off. It's all bloody kicking off, guys. Luke Gardner. He says, latest transfer news, 3 deals being worked on, including Jadon Sancho and Tellez. 7 players could leave before Monday's deadline, including Chris Smalling and Rojo. Well, look, I think more likely 3 or 4. Andreas Pereira to Lazio is close with personal terms agreed. Loan option to buy. So that's basically the latest news in the outgoings, folks. It's also been reported that Roma will make a new bid for Smalling, probably around about 15 million euros. United are asking for 20 million euros, aka around about 18 million pounds is the price that they wanted to receive for 31-year-old Chris Smalling, who had a great season there last year. And what it's expected is that they will probably reach an agreement somewhere around 15 million euros now. We were understood that they had a bid earlier on, 12 to 13 million euros, somewhere around that. United holding out for 20. So they're probably, 15, 16 million euros might be enough to get Christopher Smalling over there at Roma again. Right then. So yeah, quite interested there in regards to departures. It's all kicking off. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you're buzzing that finally, United might be getting rid of some of this Deadwood crap that we've had floating around for way too long. Brilliant stuff. Lazio confirmed the signing of Manchester United outcast Andreas Pereira. Say what? Okay, look, it looks pretty much done. Let's have a look at this new story I've just seen here, folks. Give me one moment. We knew this was happening anyway. This is a... Lazio have confirmed they will secure their signing. Oh, yeah, we knew that. Sorry, I thought they'd actually got the picture of him in the shirt or some shit like that. But no, don't worry, we already knew that. They've confirmed that they're signing him. They are bringing him to the football club, and it's just medical pending and that sort of stuff right now. Also, we're looking to add another youngster to the squad as well. Let's look at this. Ethan Laird has joined Manchester United's first team training ahead of a possible departure of Diogo Dalot. So there you go. There's more information there. It looks like Dalot is on his way. It does look like Dalot's going because, like I said, we've just had Ethan Laird promoted, obviously a right back who's going to come up and get the opportunities to be third in line there at right back, something which, to be fair to Dalot, he's too much of a decent player at this stage and progressed, and he's 20 and he obviously wants to go on. Fair play to him. I like the fact that he's not just happy sitting around and being a Phil Jones mug. He actually wants to go and play football and progress and try and develop his career. So you can't fault the lad. He had talks with Solskjaer and he wants to go because he's just not getting the opportunities. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's way ahead of him. He's just never going to play. So fair play to Diogo Dalot. I honestly hope he has a really great career. And I think if United could maybe do some awesome deal where it is a loan move, then maybe in the future, if he has a good season at AC Milan, who knows? He could get himself into contention at United. He just needs a solid flow in games, of games where he gets like 30 games in the league or something, whichever team he goes and joins, whether it's Porto or AC Milan or anyone else. He needs a solid flow. Ethan Laird's obviously only 19, so he's going to come up. He's not going to mind playing that third fiddle role at this moment in time. He's a young lad. He knows he's not going to really get the opportunity to get ahead of players like Brandon Williams even, or certainly Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So he's going to be that backup player at the moment, and he looks a good talent as well. So it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. But Diogo Dalot, though, fair play to him. He wants to go and play football somewhere else. There's talks of Lille were interested in him too. He's more than likely to leave this summer. Solskjaer's not going to hold him back, and we really don't need him, even though he could be, I guess, useful at some point if we had injury issues. He's not really going to get any games. So what do you lads and lasses think about Diogo Dalot leaving? Do you care? Do you care about Diogo Dalot leaving? Everybody stick a love heart emoji in the live chat for Diogo Dalot, though. Because he is leaving, and it looks like he's leaving anyway, and good luck to him. He's never really been given the opportunities. You can't really blame him. He's has a few games with us this season, and he's never really shone. That's the thing. If he came on and did something really inspirational or looked absolutely boss-tastic, like an Aaron Wan-Bissaka type performance, or even a Brandon Williams in his first few games when he was thrust into the side, then you might have seen a bit more from Diogo Dalot. But you can't really blame Solskjaer for not playing him either, when you've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw and Brandon Williams and these guys around. Wakas Akram says it's a shame he's going. Anmol Gurung says fuck Dalot. That's a little bit harsh. Alexander Korestia says Dalot Tellez swap deal. Yes, that's on the cards there. Something like that. Maybe not a direct swap, but certainly, they'll buy our player and we buy their player. Cress Wilson getting that love heart in there for Diogo Dalot. Good man. Marco Penic says, I think Dalot is a good player not being used. He will be good for any other team. Very true. Yeah, that's it. He just can't get in. If he was playing weekly, he probably would have developed really well last season. He was only 19 up until recently. He's just turned 20 not long ago, I think. So he's a young lad. He's not had a lot of games. He does have bags of potential. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers should have considered it before Nelson Semedo, in all honesty. Add another Portugueser to their ranks, because they collect Portugal players like they're going out of fashion. But no, maybe we could have done some sort of a swap deal there, but I don't know. Either way, yeah, maybe Porto. That's going to sweeten the deal with Porto if they know that they're getting another wing back in. That's a great deal for them. Can you imagine that? What a deal for them. Tellez is leaving anyway. He could leave in a few months on nothing, or he could agree terms with a club to leave on nothing. And so what? They're going to buy maybe Dalot off us for 22 million euros, somewhere around there. Get basically what we paid for him back. And then they're going to sell their 27-year-old player to us for even less money than that, obviously, because he's running out. That's a great deal for Porto. Porto would be loving that if you offered that to them. So I think, yeah. And he's Portuguese. He's Portuguese, guys. So he would probably go there. I mean, I don't know his own personal sort of situation whether he would go back there and whatnot and play for Porto, but certainly it's a potential. AC Milan on loan, if not, sounds realistic. There's over 400 of you legends tuning in. Do us a massive favour and smash that like button, lads and lasses. Leave a little thumbs up on the video if you haven't done so already. That'd be absolutely sick of you. Roy Keane tackle it, my friends. Marwan Fellaini elbow that like button. Zinedine Zidane headbutt that like button. That's right. Anyway, thank you so much to you all for watching and getting in the comment section. They're popping off today. Abhilash Sharma says Mata, Smalling, Andreas, Dalot, Lingard, sell them all. Yeah, well, we do need to clear out of the old dead guard, to be fair, the old guard of Deadwood. But there's a few players you've mentioned there. I wouldn't necessarily, well, actually one player, Mata. Mata is, yeah, okay, we could probably do with a changing of the old guard, like I said, but you do need a bit of experience in there. He's such a nice bloke. He's just a great ambassador and player to have around the squad, I think, this season. Only this season, not beyond next season, just this season. His contract is running out. You're not going to get much for him. I'd rather have the experience of Mata around as a backup in case something horrendous happens, like, I don't know, Bruno Fernandes gets an injury and Donny's out or something, and you can't really, you'd have to play bloody Lingard there or something. I'd rather have Mata in the hole. So as a backup, just for that one position, I would keep him this season. But I understand what you're saying. We need to get these players out. Certainly Jones, Rojo, Smalling, even in my opinion, Lindelof, but he's not going anywhere. Of course, Solskjaer will continue with him, it seems. And then also, Lingard, Pereira, he's going. There's a bunch of Deadwood that needs to be sold. And I think we're starting to see the exodus. We're starting to see the torrent of shite coming out of this football club now. They'll be leaving in the next few days. 3 or 4 players going out. We've talked about the 3 or 4 players. It's looking good. It's looking very, very good, my friends. Okay, so also, according to Fabrizio Romano, AC Milan have just sold Lucas Paqueta to Lyon. So we're expecting Milan to seriously make a move for Dalot in the coming days as well because of that. So that's quite interesting, but also, like we said, Porto may well be interested in him too. So very interesting stuff there, my friends. Very interesting stuff. Alex Telles is going to be a Manchester United player with possible swap transfer, is what's being reported all over the internet at the moment as well. Basically, possible swap transfer there with Diogo Dalot, so that's something as well. Cavani, apparently United are in talks with Cavani and Jovic at Real Madrid. That's also mental, but I personally, I'm very sceptical with that one. Very, very sceptical of that one. So here we go. In regards to what we've just talked about here, Man United supposed Luva Jovic chase and then throw Edison Cavani in as well. Here we go. This is what? If you want an explanation for the half-bombed AS paper article didn't mention United at all, then they published it online, adding MUFC, but calling them the most remote option. Less intense interest than others. Then they said Italy seems to be his destination. You see, I told you it sounded like bullshit, even if it was reported by Marcio there and all that. It just sounded like absolute BS, didn't it? Let's have another look at this. So it's just completely misquoted, basically. Like they've used the hashtag MUFC on Twitter. They've used the hashtag MUFC on Twitter, and it says if you want an explanation for the half-bothered, AS's paper article didn't mention United at all. Then they then published it online, adding hashtag MUFC, but calling them the most remote option, less intense interest than others. Then they said Italy seems to be his destination. See, that's what can happen when you just, when you make a mistake like that. They made a mistake. But we all said it sounded like bullshit anyway. We were just talking about it for 2 minutes there. It sounded like bullshit. Cavani, we don't really want him anyway. It's not really the right fit for us anyway, folks. But that is funny, isn't it? Mr. Melt Deadwood, go and do your job. What you doing, Mr. Melt Deadwood, getting in here in this live chat? We've told you. Marco Peric says Jovic and Telles would be deadly. It would be sweet. It would be sweet to get Jovic in, but it seems like that was some misinformation that was put out there a little while ago. Anyway, but we'll see what happens there. Matt Braga, how you doing, Matt Braga, dude? Great to see you, man. How long have you been subscribed to this channel, Matt Braga? He says, sack current manager, hire new manager, sign couple of players, finish above 4th, no supportive signings next season, finish below 4th, sack current manager, hire new manager. Dude, that is the cycle of shite at United. Good, well, very well put there, my friend. That seems to be how it goes. Jamie Jones, how you doing? He says Cavani equals Sanchez times 2. You're spot on, Jamie Jones. Absalom Williams, how you doing? He says, Pig, what is going on, lad? Are we still talking the same crap, mate? City signed Diaz for 60 million. My God, he was linked just yesterday, for God's sake. I know, mate. Everybody else moves on it very, very quickly. They were trying to sign Koulibaly. They couldn't sign Koulibaly, so they just went and signed him. You're spot on. You're spot on, mate. They just went inside Ruben Diaz. That's it. That's what they do. At the start of the window, they just went inside Nathan Ake, didn't they? Manchester United were interested in him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said to him after a game, we're looking for a left-footed centre-back. Window opens. City go and sign him. It's just like that. It's ridiculous. Seriously, says good luck to him. Okay, guys, I'm just going to have a little roundup of what we've discussed in this video for anybody who's just getting in here right now. There are a bunch of you stopping by. Thank you very much for watching this video this afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. Smash that thumbs up button on the YouTube vid if you have not done so already. That will boost us up and help us compete with some of the bigger, meltier channels. If you're new to this channel as well, smash the subscribe button. Get involved with the great community on here, all the bacon again. Right then, okay, so let's just do a roundup quickly for everyone who's just stopping by here. So more movement on the Alex Telles situation. Manchester United have made them a second offer for the player and he's agreed to join them, obviously. We knew that Telles has agreed personal terms, but in terms of the transfer actually progressing, we made a £12 million offer, a €12 million offer, which was rejected. They were holding out for 20. And now it's been reported by French journalist Mohamed Bahafsi has basically come out and said that active negotiations between Manchester United and Porto for Telles. A second offer has been made, as announced several days ago and confirmed since. The player has given his agreement to join United. So there's going to be a lot of different sources as well, if you have a look, that all confirming this, basically suggesting that Telles is going to be coming here in the next 48 to 72 hours, hopefully for a medical and completing his signing for Manchester United. So get in there, that's some brilliant news. Hopefully it's true. Hopefully the £15 million offer that United have tabled will be enough to get the deal done, because that's what it's also being reported as our second offer. But maybe a little bit more, because like I said, they were holding out for 20. I think 16 million is the amount. Have a vote in the live chat and get your amount of money that you think Manchester United are going to pay for him. We're having a little pool who gets it right. So I'm going 16 million euros. You have to say pounds or euros though. 16 million euros. Anyway, and somebody, if you want, you can keep track of this. I don't know, I'm not going to do it though. But you can keep track of it if you want. But somewhere in the region of £16 million. Thank you very much, Untakulu and Underlove. Very much appreciate that. Matt Rush says we're at 175 likes. Thanks, Matt Rush. Thank you, everyone who smashed the thumbs up on it. Smash that like button. Let's see if we can smash 200, folks. So then, yes, negotiations with Telles are progressing. That is the main news really of the day. Negotiations progressing. It's also being reported that United are currently working on 3 deals. We understand that they potentially could be Alex Telles, Sancho, and this 18-year-old young lad from Atalanta, Traore. But it could also be maybe even Ismaila Sarr as some sort of backup option. We don't really know at this stage who the third player is, but it is being reported by some sources that it's Armand Traore. We were talking about Armand Traore obviously a little while ago anyway. That link's not new. It's a signing that interests me because he looks really good and he's 18. He's got so much potential, but he's not really going to come in and do the business for us right now. But it's still a good signing. If the price is right, if it's Daniel James type of money, somewhere around that, not huge amount of money to get him in there, then yes, definitely get him in there. Add the depth, that would be quality. Plus, there's also some links to say that Dan James might be headed out to Leeds or some shit like that. So there's the news in regards to a potential for Armand Traore, a third player. Simon Stone said talks continuing in regards to Telles. Man United don't think £18 million is realistic for a player who can sign pre-contract in a little over 3 months. So there's just all. It's going to happen. It's going to happen the next few days in regards to Telles. We are holding various discussions in an attempt to secure more signings before October 5th. So it's widely reported that we are not just bringing in 2 players. So Sancho may or may not happen. To be honest with you guys. You know, we know what that's all about. Sancho is all about the money. If we can agree the terms with Dortmund, then we can get the deal done. But at this moment in time, it's not looking overly likely. I'd say 40% we can get him. But yes, Jadon Sancho, has been some news today as well, just to give you an update and a rundown if you're getting in here, that Marco Reus has come out, of course, Dortmund's captain, and said basically that Sancho's not staying this summer. But this headline is slightly misleading on Sky Sports, I personally think. This is what it actually says, for anybody who wants to know. It says, of course, Dortmund have stated a bunch of times that they're not selling him now, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything if the price is right. But in regards to Sancho, this is what he was asked if Sancho had made the right call to stay and had the potential to be as good as Cristiano Ronaldo. Royce told Sky Germany, for us players, that was great news. So I don't really know what that's all about. He made the decision to stay. All Sancho said a few weeks ago is like, look, I'm happy to stay at Dortmund. I'm happy to play my football here. I love it here. You know, I'm happy to stay another year. I've got other people who deal with that sort of stuff in regards to transfers and my future. But as it is, I'm happy to stay here and play another year. That's not saying that he's got has Sancho made the right call to stay. Sancho's not come out and done an interview. If this was a Sancho interview and Sancho has come out and said, you know what, Man United had their opportunity to get me, but I've decided I don't want to unsettle Dortmund. I'm loyal to Dortmund. I'm going to stay at Dortmund another year. And if United still want me in the future, maybe we'll talk. But I know people can't really say stuff like that. But if he just said something, a tweet saying, I'm staying for this season, you know, something like that, then obviously I would believe that. I would believe that. But I can't believe bloody Marco Reus. He's just talking about what's in the best interest for his club, obviously. And he would like to keep him. And unless the price is right, they're not going to sell him. So that doesn't mean jack, to be honest with you. That doesn't mean jack shit at all. But if you're just getting in here, that is some news right there. Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted 49 seconds ago. Thank you so much, Matt Rush. You are bang on it. Fabrizio Romano, breaking tweet. He says, Manchester United are still negotiating with Porto to complete the deal for Telles. Agents are confident. Pereira joins Lazio. Medicals tomorrow. So medical tomorrow for Lazio. Roma will send a new bid for Smalling. Sancho is considered the main target, but still no new bid made. Oh my days! The club has also other options. Yeah, we know we've got about a million other bloody options. We're linked to bloody everyone and their nan. You know what I mean? I'm starting to think we are going to get somebody's nan at right wing at this stage. You know, who've you got at right wing? Who did Man United sign at right wing? We signed Geraldine. Some nan. Somebody's grandma. That's basically probably what's the most likely outcome in this window. But no, hopefully we do get Sancho. Look at that. Sancho's considered the main target, but still no new bid made. So whether or not we can get the deal done with Sancho and agree the terms with Dortmund is the main factor. If we do, we get a great player for the next decade. If we don't, we have to move on to another target. We do have other options. Like Fabrizio just said there, the club also has other options. So we're still negotiating with Porto. We're understood that we've tabled a second offer, and the agents are confident that the deal for Telles will be done very, very soon and completed. Let's hope so soon. This is not here we go. This is not done deal. We haven't got to that stage yet, but it's looking pretty much imminent that Alex Telles is going to be a United player in the coming days. Come on, my son, get in there. And look, Roma will send a new bid for Smalling. So great update there from Fabrizio Romano. Thank you very much for letting me know that, Matt Rush, for giving me that information in 49 seconds. Everybody, you know what to do. Stick that cheers beers emoji in the live chat for Matt Rush and all the moderators, Ellie and Aaron Homeyard and G Wolf United and Ryan Burberspin 9 and every single one of the legends, Gungshi of course, every single one of the legends who keep this community great. Obviously, there's a bunch of spamming melt bags going around today as well, so they did a great job keeping them in check. Ali Banner Hashim comments, if we sell Pereira, Smalling and Lingard, do you think we will get Sancho? I think we should be getting Sancho anyway, but this Deadwood that we are see going out is only going to help us do that. If we can generate a little bit of money in terms of transfer revenue coming in, but also importantly, get some of these melts off of our books in terms of transfer wages. We understand Lazio are paying more than half of Pereira's wages. We're still paying him to play for Lazio a little bit. So, you know, there's lots of money being spent really poorly at United. Phil Jones is collecting 130k a week. Crazy money that guy's on. So he's doing nothing. He's not going anywhere. There's a bunch of different players in that situation too. But if we can get rid of a bunch of them now, we can ship out the Deadwood, then yes, it's only going to help us clear out some of the wage bill expenditure and be able to sign other players. So yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about getting rid of the crap and bringing in some new, out with the old, in with the new. Some new quality players is what we need. Tana Muhammad comments, would you take Sarr? I would personally, Tana. I would take Sarr. I'd take him as well as Sancho. I wouldn't take him instead of Sancho. But look, if he's a backup option, then yeah, great. He should be a backup option for a 30 to 40 million pound player, 22-year-old, Senegalese international. But he's a Watford player who got relegated to the Championship, 6 goals, 6 assists last year. He looks good, but he doesn't look great. Sancho is great. That's who we should be going for. We should have our sights firmly set on Jadon Sancho right now and not accepting anything less. But if we can't get Jadon Sancho, then I would like to think we are linked with somebody else at right wing as well as Ismaila Sarr. I wouldn't just be happy getting Ismaila Sarr. I think we need to get somebody else. David Neres would be a great option. We're never linked to bloody David Neres, but I rate him. Who would you get at right wing, folks? Get your name in the live chat. Who would you sign at right wing if we could not get Jadon Sancho? Let me know, folks. Who would it be? Who would be the one player that you would bring in instead of Sancho? Because remember, there's a good chance this is going to break down. Okay then, folks. Right then. Okay, so we've gone over and done the little recap of all the latest transfer news there in regards to the outgoings. Oh, actually, there's other news in regards to outgoings. Sorry, we talked about Chris Smalling there, but also Diogo Dalot is potentially going to Porto. He's also potentially going to AC Milan on loan. Porto are interested, maybe as some sort of a make-weight deal for that Telles deal, with Telles going in the opposite direction. Not so much a swap deal, but we buy your player, you buy our player type deal. So essentially a swap deal. If not, then AC Milan are understood to be very, very interested in bringing Dalot in, and according to Fabrizio Romano, AC Milan have just sold Lucas Paqueta to Lyon, and Milan are expected to make a move for Dalot in the coming days. There was talks about interest in Dalot on a loan, but also maybe they might look to a permanent offer as well if this is the case. Man United would prefer a permanent transfer from what we understand, generate a bit more money, get another player off of our books. So that might be something that happens in the next few days as well, Diogo Dalot. The most realistic players going out in this window so far, just to give you a rundown, would be Diogo Dalot, interest from Porto and AC Milan. Andreas Pereira, obviously imminently going to join Lazio. You've also got Chris Smalling, another bid coming from Roma anytime soon. That looks very likely. Sergio Romero is a possibility, but not as likely as potentially Rojo, who is also understood there's interest again from Estudiantes. Those are the most likely players. People like Phil Jones, Lingard. Look, they're probably not going anywhere. They're probably not going anywhere because they're just on too much money for how crap that they are. Who's going to, in their right mind, even consider playing that bloody pigeon, Jesse Lingard? And how much chicken feed do you have to pay him every single week? You know, who is actually going to look after Jesse Lingard? You know, meow, this guy paying him 120k a week, folks. I know I wouldn't. I don't care which bloody football club I was at. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a whole host of clubs lining up for Lingard, but he did align himself with a new agent, Raiola, last summer, and his contract's running out. So this would be the time to try and make a deal happen. We don't know. Maybe there'll be a surprise deal. There was some talk a little while ago about how bloody much Mourinho loved Jesse Lingard because of his time when, if you actually look at the stats for Jesse Lingard's best season by a mile was under Jose Mourinho. So he did get the best out of him, to be fair. And he obviously did like him and how he pressed and stuff like that. He's not favouring Dele Alli. We're seeing if that move happens, then maybe they'd come knocking for Jesse. But I doubt it. We'll see. I mean, they'd have to be off their bloody tits in order to table an offer for Jesse Lingard when he's on 120 grand a week and he's bang bloody average, my friends. To be honest. Okay then, lads and lasses, I am going to get into, that's pretty much the rundown then. Also, some talk of Luka Jovic, potentially Cavani, but that looked like there was some sort of a misinformation on somebody's tweet there. Personally, it didn't sound legit at the time, and we called it, really, and it didn't turn out to be legit. So that's good. Smash your thumbs up on the video, lads and lasses. If you're just getting in here, I can see there's over 500 of you watching right now, so shout out to you all for getting in here this afternoon with a bit of Transfer Daily Update show. We do these Transfer Daily shows every afternoon around about 3 p.m, and every evening at 9:30 p.m, just breaking down all the day's news in the afternoon and all the evening's latest transfer news in the evening. Certainly in the build-up and the run-up to the window closing, there's going to be a lot of content coming out, folks. Hopefully some good news from United as well. But yeah, smash that thumbs up button, lads and lasses, if you have not done so already. I'm going to get into the comment section now and have a little bit of a Q&A back and forth with you legends. So thank you to all so much for joining and getting involved. Appreciate a lot of you. Jadon Sancho comments, somebody get Matt Judge on the phone, a new phone. That's it. How are you going to get that guy to answer his phone, mate? He's too busy bloody putting Ed Woodward's plonker or whatever he's doing. Doorknob says, get Sancho and Telles in for F's sake. 100% Doorknob. If only we could get Ed Woodward to listen to you, my friend, because he's somewhat of a complete melt at getting players in this club. Illy United, how you doing in there? He says, why is it always like this in transfer windows? Shit Ed idiot out. I agree with you, dude. Ed Woodward's absolutely... That's the reason why it's like that in transfer windows, bro. It's because our shitty Glazers. It's because of the shitty Woodward and co. It's because the complete melt bag setup we've got at the top here, where they just completely... look at the financial side of it alone. That's why you need a director of football. You know, somebody to direct the football, like have the best interest in who the bloody best, how to improve the team out there on the pitch, improve the football team, not just improve the bank balance, not just look at the bottom line. No, it should be about how you prepare for the season, the players you can get in before the season's even got underway and getting them in there before. That's really how it should be. I understand it's how this has been for years. Transfer window always closes afterwards, apart from last season or whatever, but it always closes after the season started, and you always see a lot of movement in the last couple of days. And United have been guilty of doing that a few times recently, And it's no surprise. I'd rather they get them at the end of the window, though. I said that again, and I'll say it again because we have to get the players in this window if we want to try and improve this season. We're stagnating at the moment. Everyone can see that. We need players to give us competition in depth and actually improve the quality we have out there on the pitch. That's the main thing. And so unless we do that, we're just going to be left behind. I don't think top four is realistic unless we make 2 or 3 signings now between now and the end of the window. I really don't. When you consider how great Everton are looking at the moment, they're a surprise package, really. Carlo Ancelotti, they're not that much of a surprise package. He's a great coach, and he's signed some great players like bloody Hamad Rodriguez for peanuts, who we could have bloody gone in for, but we didn't. And that's the difference between our football club and some of the others who are strengthened big time in this window. They're kicking on. Even in your Leicester City's looking potent this season. Arsenal are looking a bit better, even if they got smashed up by Liverpool. Everyone, Chelsea, Man City, they're currently in mid-table, but they're going to be up there. They're spending the money. Pep Guardiola spent over 400 million on defenders alone. So they're spending a shit ton of money, these different teams, and investing in their side to improve it. And United are going to have to do the same if we want to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the tools to do his job. And they have to back him. Otherwise, we're just going to repeat that cycle that, like we were talking about earlier, where they don't give the manager the backing when we've got Champions League football. As soon as they've got Champions League football, they take their foot off the gas. There was a report to come out the other day that said actually in summers where Manchester United had Champions League football, we spent half as much as summers when we didn't have Champions League football in the upcoming season. So what does that mean? It just means that the Glazers are just happy to get us in the top 4. Woodward just wants us in the top 4 so we can keep generating that Champions League money and we can keep generating that sponsorship money. That's what it's really all about for these twats. They're not prepared to take that extra leap and spend the extra money to take us and kick us on and get top spot and try and challenge. I don't think so. Even in this window now, you're seeing that again, because anybody with an eyeball would be able to see that we need a centre back based on that bloody absolute Victor Twataloff performance the other day, man, against Crystal Palace. Victor bloody Twataloff. And then Solskjaer had the bloody minerals to select him again, which is madness to me, but maybe further highlight, maybe it's mind games from Solskjaer, further highlighting the fact we just don't have the depth or the players right there right now. Maybe he's proven a point by selecting Victor Twataloff there. He did okay, but, still though, nobody wants to see Victor playing because we know he's consistently not good enough and makes errors all over the park. So if we were a club that were properly investing and properly trying to get Champions League top challenge for the league, properly trying to go for it, we would be addressing all the problem areas we have in the pitch. Certainly centre-back would be freaking addressed by now. We wouldn't be ready to start the season and end the window without a centre-back if we were seriously trying to win the league. Would we? You think we can win the league? I don't care what bloody team we've got up top, up the pitch, in the midfield, up top. I don't care what team we've got up there. We're not going to win the league with Lindelof at the back. We're not going to win the league with Lindelof and Maguire at the back. And you can say that's negative. You can say that's some bloody Alan Hansen type shit. You'll never win anything with kids. Well, I'm saying you'll never win anything with bloody Victor Lindelof at the back, son. Because he's freaking bang bloody average. And he's going to leak your goals and cause errors. He's not a good one-on-one defender. He's not great in the air. He's not great physically. He's good on the ball. And that's about it. See you later on, Victor. So anybody can see that. We wouldn't need... we absolutely need a centre-back. So if the board were proper on it this window and had the actual mentality to try and strengthen to win the league, then they would have addressed the centre-back position as priority number 1. Instead of that, they just want a commercial deal, a big name like Sancho in there, of course, and actually it is an investment because how much? They're gonna plaster his face on everybody, pot of noodles this side of the bloody Mississippi, my friends. That's what they will do. They will absolutely use his image and they will sell his shirts. And that's why it's a commercial deal for the next decade that makes massive sense to Manchester United, even if there's an initial investment that's massive. How much of that initial investment will they claw back in the first couple of years alone? I'm guessing a significant amount, just in things like shirt sales and also his marketability as well. So remember that. It's not just 120 million down the shitter. They will get a lot of that money back. And if he's scoring the goals and getting the assist that he has done at Dortmund, then crikey, we're in for a treat. So it does just make total sense. Billy Sheeran, it was spot on, my friend. Jaden Sancho, thank you. He says, smash the like button. It's easier than getting rid of Phil Softy Bones Jones. Phil No Bones Jones. Mariam HB comments, yo, Mr. P, how's your day been, mate? Yeah, not too bad. How are you doing there, Mariam? Thank you for stopping by and getting involved. How are you? G Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Springtrap Lover says, Phil Jones, the only player that United fans never worry if he's injured. It's because he's always injured that's the only time we worry when there's a transfer window open. And he's injured now, by the way, so Phil Jones isn't going anywhere this window, not because he's not wanted, which is also true, but because he's bloody well injured, guys. That's what Phil Jones does. He gets his mum or somebody to break his bloody ankle once every summer transfer window so he doesn't bloody go anywhere. That's what happens with Phil Jones. Of course, he's got the easiest job in the world. He gets paid 130 grand a week to be a gurner. 130 grand a week to gurn. Excuse me, folks. Just need to get watered real quick. Calvin Machado says 90% Sancho is coming. Matt Rush says 216 likes. Great effort, lads and lasses. Thank you to everybody who smashed a thumbs up on it. Please leave that like if you haven't done so. Mr. Credo says, hope your channel do well. Hey, thank you very much for that, man. Very nice of you to say. Calvin Machado says 90% Sancho has come. I've already read that one, but sorry, yeah. You're right. You're right, man. No, you're not, actually. It's probably more like 40%. That's my opinion, though. Get your percentages in, folks. Let's just see where you think the deal's at. I'm going 40%. 40% Jadon Sancho's coming to Manchester United. Let me put it in there. Ryan Berber spin 9. He comments, Calvin Machado, don't spam, mate. Yeah, no spamming. Simon Cowie. Ali Bana Hashem says, do you think Alaba would be interested instead of Tellez, or would he be our new centre-back? Dude, I mean, imagine Alaba. That would be the best signing that we can make this summer, I think. That would be incredible if you get Alaba. He can play left-back and centre-back. He's an absolute boss. Left-footed, perfect. Yeah, I've rated him and wanted him for years, but it's not realistic. It's not realistic, though, but I would love it, though. Unterthuko Underlove comments, sign up Dortmund fitness coach. She will sweeten the Sancho deal. Yeah, she does look pretty tasty, actually, doesn't she? Sancho's fitness coach, mate. That's the thing. I mean, that's probably one of the reasons why he's staying there and a bit longer. Ryan Barber thinks 95%. Mitch P says, with this board, then 0%. Dennis Johnson says, not a surprise about Calamity Jones. Very true. He is an absolute injury-prone melter. Absalom Williams says 90%. Jim Joe Bobby says 69%, dude. Absalom Williams says 90%. Anthony Heathcott's better than United stand. Oh, okay, sorry, I shouldn't read stuff like that out, but thank you very much. Sorry, I've got a tendency of reading comments out. I'm kind of like Ron Burgundy, you know, like from Anchorman. I'll just read anything out that's there. I don't really have a proper filter in my brain, I just read anything out. That's not inviting any dodgy stuff, by the way. Jonathan Gallagher says 50%. Tom Zaluk says 10%. Isaac Jones says, what you make of Cavani and Jovic? To be honest with you, Isaac, I think that's BS now, mate. We did see, somebody did report that tweet to us earlier, but I just wanted to tell you in regards to Cavani and Jovic. This is what the explanation is. Sports Witness has come out and said, if you want an explanation for the half-bothered AS article paper article, it didn't mention United at all. Then they published it online, adding hashtag MUFC, but calling them the most remote option, less intense interest in others. Then they said Italy seems to be his destination. So it's basically, it was just clickbait, folks, that. So I'm glad we didn't really talk too much about it, because it is just basically clickbait, which they've accidentally added the MUFC, or purposefully added the hashtag MUFC just to throw a little cat amongst the pigeons there, really. That's all it is. It's just, that's some more BS there, I think, personally. Just to let you know. So I don't think Cavani and Jovic, I don't think those deals are that realistic. The Jovic deal would be great, though. That would be good. Viking Red says it's Josh King. So we are being reported right now as having 3 different players that we could be looking to sign this window. Obviously Tellez and Sancho being the main 2, but then the third one, there's a lot of speculation about who that could be. Traore, or who do you think the third player would be? It'd be sick if we signed the 3 players actually between now and the end of the window. That would be really good. Jonathan Gallagher says, I hate clickbait. I hear you on that one, John boy. Mickey Ashmead says 90% Sancho. Kayam says Pig. Edward would show now. If Sancho doesn't happen, we won't get top 4. I pretty much agree with you. I think unless we make some real strides in this window and get some quality in there, like a Sancho, who could give us such a real lift, and with his statistics, looks like he would add a lot to Manchester United's side, then I think we will be left behind, and top 4 becomes a real big struggle actually now. So it's sad, isn't it? Because at the start of this window, when we were talking to Sancho and talking to Dortmund, and there was still a lot long left of the window, ago, I was feeling like we were going to finish quite comfortably third or fourth, and in fact my prediction at the start was third, but it has dwindled, man. It's dwindled off like Victor Dwindleoff, and now it's, I think we can still challenge for fourth, but fourth or fifth's more realistic than third or fourth right now, with how the season started, how the other teams are looking, the other teams making strides, and the fact that United haven't made those same strides in the window. I think it's looking pretty poor for United at this moment in time. But if we do finish the window with a flurry, like I say, if we do get some of that Deadwood out, there's talk of Pereira, Smalling, all these guys that will be going out, Dallo, that'll clear up some money, hopefully generate some money. You might just be able to see another player come. So if we did actually sign Sancho, somehow miraculously, and we did get Tellez in, which is looking absolutely imminent, and we signed another player, an X-Factor player, let's say, like somebody who, let's just say is a centre-back, or let's just say is another really good attacking option or something up there, then we would be much better placed to maybe challenge for those top four spaces, but right now we're not. Oliver H says, lovely retro United shirt, Pig. Hang on, sorry, I've lost your comment. I've lost your comment here, bro. Wait a second, let me try and find it. Oliver H, he says, lovely retro United shirt, Pig, but you must wear it like Cantona. Au revoir. I did actually wear it like this at the start of it, but it started irritating me. Seaborn Gracias, how you doing? Eliam Gonzalez, what's going on? Right then, Brummy Red says 95% Sancho. I love your optimism, Brummy Red. I really love your optimism, mate. 95% Sancho's coming, is he? That's absolutely Boston. That's Boston, mate. Thank you, Brummy Red. Waka Sakram says 3-player could be Jimenez. Yeah, I'll be sick. But we haven't seen any sort of real link about that. But it's possible, he was linked to us previously. Sean Gould says, any news on Sancho? The only news on Sancho is kind of negative news. It is that Marco Reus, the captain of Borussia Dortmund, has come out today and basically hinted at the fact that Jadon Sancho may be staying at Manchester United, and it's great that he's staying. It's great for us because we get a lot of goals and assists from him and all this. Don't really read too much into that, guys. It's not Jadon Sancho that's come out and said that. Paul van der Beek, how you doing? Turu MN says 0.0001 Sancho, boys. Hey, Takudswa Mandondo, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're good today. Shivan Kashap says, bloody hell, we can give 136 million for Ansu Fati, but we don't have money for Sancho. Are we serious? What do you feel? Take my question, please. How do you mean we can offer for 136 million for Ansu Fati? I know we were linked to Ansu Fati, but it's not like we've signed Ansu Fati for 136 million, unless I've missed something. So I don't really see what you mean there, Shivan, because we haven't spent 136 million on Ansu Fati. We're going to be spending, potentially, if we have got the bottle, to spend it somewhere between 100 and 120 million on Jadon Sancho. Sheila Boy, how you doing? Comments, we desperately need to replace Linda or Margaret at the back. They play like my nan. Yeah, Victor Lindelof, I get it. I love it. And Margaret, fair play. Well, look, everyone's always said about Harry Maguire, we need to try and get somebody that can partner him and has those complementary attributes to go with him. Somebody who's quicker, somebody who can mop up for Slabby Maguire. Slabby's amazing in the air. He's absolutely spot on at clearing the ball away. He's good on the ball, passing the ball. He's a good sort of like ball playing centre back. That's exactly what he is. A good ball playing centre back, but he's also good in the air. But he's not quick. He needs somebody next to him. He's quick. He needs a little chipmunk next to him, or like a squirrel. Somebody who's proper alert and quick and has really fast reactions and is really pacey. That's who he needs next to him. And then I think he could probably do a really good job of having a good partnership. Because in the air and physically and stuff like that, I do think Harry Maguire's a good defender. But then saying that, did you see that shite goal that we conceded the other day against Brighton that he was massively at fault for in the dying embers of stoppage time and could have lost the 3 points? Because that wasn't good defending in the air. Alex, what's going on, bro? How you doing? He comments, Ismail Assar has been discussed by #MUSC, but a move is unlikely. Yes, it's one of those, isn't it? It really depends on the other deals that we do. If we fail to get Sancho, you might see Ismail Assar becoming more of a realistic target for United. Glenn Taylor-Williams comments, the CEO says that Sancho was staying 3 months ago. Very true, yeah, they said that ages ago that they'd be staying if the business was not concluded by August 10th. Then he would be staying and he would stay a Borussia Dortmund player for the rest of the season. That is what they said. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If United pay the money, if we sweeten the deal, if they are happy with the valuation, they will accept it. This is a pandemic right now. They've lost a shit ton of money. 120 million euros or somewhere close to that. That's a massive boost right now. And they're being linked to all sorts of young players. They just signed the next Jadon Sancho, that young man from City's academy, who's gone over there. Obviously, he's not going to play in the first team right now. But he wouldn't have gone to join Dortmund's academy instead of Man City's unless he's looking to do something like Sancho. Unless he has certain assurances. So they're already planning for the future there. Same player, same sort of player, same position. Justin Bergstead says United need meth. We need something, guys. The fans need something, I think, with how bloody painful this window's been. Sean Gould says time is running out. It is indeed. Kayam says I'm 99.999% sure Sancho is not coming. Well, if this sounds like there's a chance there, Kayam. Sounds like you're feeling optimistic. Tom Zadot says, Pete, do you see Jota yesterday? He would have been a 6 signing for us. Oh, well, we have a Garlo. Anything better? Flying Pig versus John Shin. What's that in a cage match, Tom Zadot? No, anyway, look, Tom, to be honest with you, Jota would have been a good signing. I think he is a good signing for the Scousers. He did score a nice volley, or half volley, whatever you want to call it. Very nice goal that he scored. Good, big whoop. United need to focus on United now. Jota wasn't really on our radar, really. If we were going to get a forward player from there, I think it would have been Jimenez anyway. But look, it's a good signing for them. I'm not going to lie, and he did look obviously very good when he played that game. Nellie Ryan, how's it going, Nellie? Thanks for commenting. She says, Ollie and the board should act fast. We don't have time on the 5th, and the 5th is the deadline day. Absolutely, it's fast approaching, and we just don't have time right now. So if they do want to get the deals done, like this Tellers deal, should be done in the next 48 hours. If they've got any bottle or cojones about them, they will get him in, certainly before the Spurs game. It's Tuesday now. Certainly before the Spurs game, but certainly before the end of September. If they can make it happen, they should make it happen. The thing is, it's getting a bit preposterous now. Tellez and Porto, obviously, we're just haggling over peanuts now. There will be a point where we all meet in the middle, and it's either going to be the situation like it's not going to happen, or that's it. Take it or leave it. Either way. And that will probably happen very, very soon, and then they're going to sell him to us, because otherwise they're going to lose him next summer for nothing. So they're going to sell him to us. It's all about saving a few pennies at the moment, which is very annoying, but I guess it kind of has to be done. If you can wait on a few more days and save a couple of million euros, then that's a lot of money for a football club, any football club at this moment in time. So you can understand it, but it's just so infuriating, the fact we haven't got him yet. Let's have a vote on that again, lads and lasses, just to see your faith. Translations, just to see your faith in in the current regime. What I mean by that is Woodward and co, and how capable they are of getting this deal in quickly. You see other clubs doing business quickly. Of course, Liverpool got Jota in quickly. City have got Ruben Dias in quickly. Other clubs do business quickly. To be fair, we got Donny in pretty quickly, but I want to see where you think. Do you think, smash a 1 in the live chat, if you think that we are going to sign Tellers before the end of September? So that means before tomorrow, so Wednesday before tomorrow night, not necessarily signed him, but let's say agreed the negotiations with Porto. So basically there's a deal in place. Deal agreed. Do you think we'll have the deal agreed before the end of September? That's by tomorrow night. 21 Nick says yes. Mr. Edwards says yes. Transmations, yes. Justin Bergstedt, yes. Vincent Bullock, yes. Jim Joe Bobby, yes. G Wolf United, yes. Viking Red, yes. Anthony Heath, no. Welsh Red, yes. Brian Beversman, 9, yes. Billy Sheeran, no. Jonathan Gallagher, no. Mariam HB, yes. Paul Van der Beek, yes. Waka Zakram, 69 dudes. Yeah, nice one. So lots of different votes there, but most of you thinking, actually, yes, we are going to get the Alex Tellers deal done very soon. Well, it's looking like it's progressing. We've put that second offer in. It should be a matter of time before it's agreed. But that's always been the case for the last week as well. But look, Mohamed Bahafsi's come out today. I'll read you the quote for anybody who's just getting in it. Active negotiations between Manchester United and Porto for Tellers. A second offer has been made, as announced several days ago and confirmed since, the player has given his agreement to join United. So Tellers has agreed to join. Everybody knew that. He wants to come to the football club. And we're just ironing out the fine details now. We've offered our second offer for him now. We had our £12 million offer rejected. They said, no, we want 20 million euros. Now we're going to go back with probably 15 or 16 million euro offer. And we'll probably get it done very soon. I think 48 hours, though. I'm not so sure about, by tomorrow. I think 48 hours. Nice one, guys. Transmation says, if Sancho comes, then Woodward finally done something. Yeah, true. I mean, look, it's only to appease the fans again. Like, we shouldn't really still be accepting of Woodward and the Glazers' ownership and how they run the club, how Woodward and Judge recruit players, because it is a complete nightmare. It's all about just the money. It's not about getting the players in to help us at the start of the season. No, it's just about saving money. That's all they ever look at. Bargain signings as well. Players that make sense. And even though Jadon Sancho's a huge amount of money, for the reasons I explained, he's a good commercial signing for the club. He increases the profile of the club. He's held in very high regard. He could be a star. He could be a world star. over the next decade at Manchester United. He's got that potential. Whether or not he could go on and do something like a Ronaldo did at United is another question. Probably not, but we'll see. He's a potential world star. He's very marketable, very commercially viable in terms of being able to generate money using his image and things like that, and that's what United look at. So over the next decade, we'd have a player that can generate huge cash, all the shirt sales, all that sort of stuff, all the noodle deals and soft drink deals and all this stuff with Sancho holding, all that stuff. They're going to be whoring him out left, right and centre. So they will generate a lot of that money back. In the United says, Pig, I will believe it when I see him holding the United t-shirt. That is exactly the way to look at it, really. That's the best way. Big God Bob says, Brommy Red, don't worry, I've already warned Pig about his cliche West Midlands accent. I'm from West Bromwich. I'm going to elbow him in the temple. Oh, that's not very nice, mate. I wouldn't do that if I was you. That sounds not very Boston at all to me, mate. No, it is pretty lacklustre, to be fair, but what can you say? It happened one time this summer when I was in Wolverhampton, working. That's right, I was working on a Chinese restaurant, and in Wolverhampton, Anyway, Devil of a Red says there's no splitting going on. All true United fans hate the Glazers. So true. There's nothing split about that. I mean, you might even get a bunch of Ollie inners and a bunch of Ollie out melts. There's still a bunch of Ollie out melts out there, but you don't get Glazers in melts, do you? Have you ever seen a Glazers in melt? Is there anybody Glazers in this live chat? Leland Lewis says we need Sancho at all costs. Good shout there, Leland. I'm with you on that. Yes, the Glazers are... I wouldn't say the Glazers are defining the fan base, to be honest with you, Absalom. I think they are just uniting the fan base against them. That's what they're doing. They're not really dividing the fan base, they're uniting them against them. Stephen Duffy says, hey Pig, just joining you. Are you good today, mate? I'm good, Stephen Duffy. How are you doing? Thank you very much for getting in here and joining us. If you're just stopping by and getting in here, please do smash that thumbs up button. Leave a cheeky little like rating on the video if you haven't done so. That will help boost us up the search rankings and help this stream and this channel out tremendously. So please do that, lads and lasses, if you haven't done so already. Jonathan Gallagher says, Ed Woodward, I will teach you how to be good at getting players. Well, you probably could. That's the funny thing. We all know we need a director of football. That would be the proper signing of the century for United, really, is a director of football right now. Somebody who has the best interest of the club at heart and can actually improve the team by recruitment and actually having the ability to get these deals done and having the freedom to. That's the biggest question mark, because they probably wouldn't have the freedom. Man Animal says, why are Judge and Woodward's profiles so public? You hardly ever hear about other clubs' chief executive names being in the media. It's like their notoriety of failure is becoming a celebrity. Very interesting, mate, my friend. Yeah, they're almost like meme-like at the moment. They're almost like memes. Just like Phil Jones is a meme for gurning, Ed Woodward is a meme for mediocrity. Matt Judge is a meme for shithousery. These are all proper memes, and it's meme-worthy. And that's what happens, though, my friends, when you run the greatest football club in the world into the ground to the point where now we're not even sure if we're going to get top four. We've spent a lot of money over the years. We've spent it poorly. And they sucked a lot of money out of the football club as well, make no mistake. They haven't invested properly in this club. So, look, they're just leechers. Like Sonny Battier says, they're leechers. Ricky Swift says Glazers in. Wackhouse Akram says Glazers out. Exactly, nobody's Glazers in, though, are they? Dexter Tugwell Motivation says they will make back the money for Sancho with shirt sales alone. Well, I don't know how much they would make from shirt sales. It probably would put a significant dent in that 120 million euro fee. Certainly, actually, you're right, because if he's here for 10 years, then think about that. That's literally going to be shirt sales every single year. People are going to be favouring Sancho because he's going to be one of the star attacking players in the team. So you're right, actually. You're so right. Over the 10-year period, in shirt sales alone, they'll make that money back. You're right. You're actually right. In the United says, Glazers out, Saudi Ryan Berber spin 9 in. Anybody would be good. I'd take anybody at this football club who's truly committed to the cause. I would love a Saudi investor who's just a mad football fan who loves United. That's the sort of owner that we need. We need somebody, if we're going to... The problem is, football is not what it used to be. Football has come to the stage. It's just money, money, money. Football is a billionaire's row now when it comes to owners. It has been for a long time, to be fair. It has been, whether it's been your Jack Warners or bloody whoever back in the day. You've always had money banks in football. So That is not the problem. The problem is sort of our ownership, I guess, is that it's bad. And if we had good owners who were, say, that like similar to, Roman Abramovich at Chelsea or Man City's owners who are just like using it as a really great like outlet for them where they are entertained by it. They want the football to be as good as it can be. That's one of their vehicles to promote all their businesses and stuff as well in Manchester City's case. So they want it to be like this brand. They want it to be as esteemed as possible. They want it to be as good as possible. Whereas our owners, they don't want that. They clearly don't want that. They just want it to be a good level. They want it to be up there. They want it to be generating the cash. They want it to be a cash cow. But they don't want it to be the pinnacle. And that's the main difference. That's what's so wrong about it, my friends. It's disgusting, really. Should have never been allowed to buy the club with debt money, ever. Vince Hatcher, thank you so much for your comment here, mate. He says, I'd have 3 at the back, Telles, Wan-Bissaka and a new signing. Pogba and Van der Beek in central defensive mid, Sancho left wing, Fernandes COM, Rashford right wing, Greenwood and Marcio up front. So centre-back and Sancho would be ideal for me. That is pretty crazy, Vince Hatcher, but fair play to you, mate. That sounds quite interesting. Devil of a Red says, only Scousers Piggy. Taz says, how much the Glazers spend on their US football team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Very good point. They spent a lot of money getting, who was it? Not Brett Favre, the other one. Who's the other one? Bloody hell, it's gone out of my head now. You know, Tom Brady. Is it Tom Brady? I've freaking forgotten now. Anyway, Mariam HB, thank you very much. He says, Mr. P, do a Welsh accent. Okay then, mate, I'll do a little Welsh accent for you. That's right, I've been chilling in the valleys all day, and I've just come on YouTube to do a little bit of a video for you. Anyway, numero uno comments. After the 5th of October, all depends on Ollie's tactics. Yeah, you're right, as long as we get the players. Like, you're right, Ollie's got nowhere to hide. If he's given Sancho, if Ollie is given Telles, and if he's given maybe one other player as well, and he's spent, 200 million this window, and got 4 players in that he wants, then you're right, it's up to Ollie to get the team playing right then. But guess what? The team will be playing right then. The team will be getting better because we'll have that influx of that great talent and quality into the first team. And look, you can't guarantee and say we're definitely going to be played better and all that. But look at how we were playing towards the end of last season. We were the best team in the league for the final third of the season. Look at the stats and the points gained. We were the best team in the league for the last third of the season. So if he can get us back onto form with those added additions as well, get that match sharpness back, I think we're going to be doing some bits this season, but we definitely need to sign some more players. Welsh Red says, now, pig. It's just an idea. Adam Simon comments, according to Di Marzio, we were in talks with Cavani, with Madrid and Luka Jovic. I don't know. Fake news, my friends. Adam Simon, it's fake news. Thank you for joining me today as the President of the United States, but it's fake news, Adam. Anyway, it's not true, Adam. Enter Thuko Underlove comments, Piggy, sign a Dharma Traore. Man United will bulldoze their way to top 3. I rate a Dharma at Wolves. I do. I think he's a good talent. 23 years of age, physical as Fook. Not really a proper contender for that right wing above Greenwood, though. I'd still rather Greenwood. What I like about Sancho coming in is he gives us all that depth there. Suddenly, Greenwood is the backup player in all 3 of the positions up top there. And you've got Sancho right wing, Rashford left wing, and then striker obviously Marcio. And then Greenwood can be the deputy for all of those positions. That's what I like about it. Joseph Berg says, 1998, I had to pay $150 US dollars to play soccer football at a public school in America. I gave my whole Pizza Hut paycheck to play. Are you serious? What the hell is that all about, dude? $150? Mate, I'd have told him to do one. Tom Zadik says, imagine the transfer deadline day this year will be scenes when we sign no one. Mate, just imagine it, Tom. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. This club is not exactly the best run, and we do drag out transfers. Like, if we really want to save a few £1 million on Sancho, we get him in January. If we really want to save a couple more, we get him at the end of the season, So it wouldn't surprise me. Look at the Bruno Fernandes pursuit. We might joke and people might think, oh no, we're getting Sancho. But look at the Bruno Fernandes pursuit. We didn't get him until January 31st, guys. We didn't get him till the end of Jan. When we could have got him in the summer and should have got him in the summer and were negotiating for him in the summer, we got him in Jan. Just put that into perspective. That puts it into perspective. Absalom Williams comments, Pig, why did we forget about Upamecano, a centre-back? My gosh, come on, mate. Dude, I have no idea what the hell the matter is with our football club not prioritising centre-back. We can see that Victor Dwindloff meltbag should be in the kitchen at United making Swedish meatballs. He shouldn't be playing out there on the pitch proving that he personally doesn't have any Swedish meatballs, He should be not anywhere near United's first team starting 11. Just my opinion, and in my opinion, that's fact. It can't be fact, it's just an opinion. You know what I mean? He's not good enough. I'm sure Solskjaer realises that. He was just protesting the other day by playing him. That's right, it was a protest. He's like, who else am I supposed to play? He could have played Eric Bailly, though. Look, Solskjaer's had a mare with that selection as well. You know, Solskjaer's got to take some of the blame, obviously, for the recent form, too. It's not all just about the players not being match sharp, and it's not all just about the lack of quality in the squad. That is also a massive factor, but Solskjaer's got to get them firing. Ashwin Nair comments, is Ismail Assar perfect in the current squad? I wouldn't say he's perfect. I'd say he's perfect if we already had signed Jadon Sancho. Then he'd be a perfect addition to get some extra depth there and maybe take over Dan James on one of the sides as well as a backup for Rashi. But no, I don't see him being a real proper alternative to Sancho. He's just not the same level, unfortunately. Good player, though. I'd like to see him as well as Sancho. Yes, Thomas Cunningham, up the F in Reds, my friend Taz. Ryan Burbsman 9, Illy United. Abera Gemta says Lindelof is the worst. Fully agree with that. Joseph Berg says they make us pay to play here in the soccer in the US. That is crazy. That's mental. Ayuba Stephen Matthews says I'm leaving Man United for Leeds United this season. Pig, trust me. Nightmare. Well, fair play to you, Stephen Matthews. I'm guessing you're pretending to be Daniel James there. AK says everyone knows what we need. Left back, centre back, CDM, right wing and strike. Very true. Those should be the next 5 positions we strengthen. You're right. Michael shows what's going on, Michael. He says no, Solskjaer is just that stupid. I mean, I didn't understand that Lindelof selection. It makes no sense. Absalom says Pig goes again with Lindelof. He's playing average. Glenn Taylor Williams says won't play Bailly, the best defender in the team, by a mile. I know, that didn't make any sense for me. He's got to make some better improvements. The only thing with Bailly is he's reckless as Fook. He's got to rein it in. Palmerius, how are you doing, Palmerius? Quasi Anand says simple transfer we can't make. What shit? Matt Rush comments, smash a like for the Pig. Thank you, Matty Rushmeister. If you're just getting in here and you haven't already chucked a thumbs up on the video, please do leave a like on the video. Leave that thumbs up rating. That will help this out immensely. Anioko Abubi comments, Man U should buy Sancho Koulibaly and exchange Pogba for Marquinhos. Very interesting. Yeah, Paul Pogba might be a player we should be looking to get out soon. Rocco Tick comments, who's leaving from the Deadwood? So just to give you all an update, it's going to be Diogo Dalot is going to be on his way out. It looks like joining AC Milan or potentially Porto with some interest. That's gathering some steam big time. Also, Andreas Pereira is obviously joining Lazio. Looks like could be today or tomorrow he'll be announced, pending a medical. Chris Smalling, another bid coming in from Roma. He'll be going out more than likely before the end of the window also. And there's also Rojo, Estudiantes most likely on loan, but could maybe look for a permanent move elsewhere. Those are the most likely transfers that are going to be happening in this window. I'd say 3 or 4 of them will happen as well, definitely. I would say the Dalot deal is really likely because he's not going to want to stay and not get any games. I would also say that the Pereira deal, that's imminent, going to happen any moment, and then probably Rojo. Smalling to Roma. I don't know about the Rojo deal, but Smalling to Roma, I think those 3 players will be going out as Deadwood. Idionitis says, Bailly is better than Lindelof and Maguire. Viking Red, how you doing, man? He says, I'm being so positive, Pig, and no one's backing me. What the F? Dude, look, Solskjaer is the man. I don't know what you were talking about there, Viking Red, but Solskjaer's absolutely the man for the job. I'm just saying, like, the first couple of games we did play poor. He's got to take some of the blame, but he's not all to blame at all. The club is to blame as well for not backing him and not giving us that boost and competition we needed for places. The players are to blame for some of their unprofessionalism over the summer, I think, and having to train alone for a little while. And also just the squad's not sharp, so it's a big, massive amount of reasons. Andrew Cos comments, we need a new centre-back to go in next to Maguire and hopefully helps out or sort this game out. Then De Gea can get confident again. Good shout, Andrew Cos. I've liked how David De Gea started this window, but you're right. He can't be that confident when he's got Lindelof and Maguire in front of him. He must just be like, what the hell? Did you see him shouting at them the other day when they weren't even closing down the pools? Shocking. Beata Thompson comments, Pogba was injured, so we got Bruno in January. We can thank Pogba for Bruno. We should get ourselves 10 injuries in the first team squad today, and we would go shopping. There you go. We need to get injured. So you're right about that. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's right. Solskjaer should just go around the dressing room with a baseball bat. Say, look, lads, sorry, everybody put a blindfold on, and then they just absolutely mash everyone's ankles up. And then maybe we'll sign some more players. Takudza Mandondo says Rojo to Leeds might be good for him. You never know. I don't see him. I think he'll go back. I think he'll go to a bigger profile club, in my opinion. But you never know. Yeah, I mean, look, you never know. Lynette Giggs, how you doing, Lynette Giggs? She says, long, stressful season. I hear you on that one. Thank you, Rocco Tick. Jiminy Popper Pill says, Bailly is the best of what we have centre-back. I agree. I think he probably is. We should definitely be using him. I don't get why we didn't play Bailly and Maguire the other day. That was mad. 21 Nick says, I'm sick of people covering up for the £80 million slab of shit at the back. Well, Slabby needs a partner in crime. We know Lindelof's a liability. I do think Maguire's been a letdown himself individually recently as well. So I hear you, man. He needs to get better. And look, even if he cost 80 mil, you can still be a flop if you're 80 mil. Nice one, Joseph Berg. Yeah, well, there's lots of football pitches and stuff down here locally. You still have to pay subs if you want to play for like a youth team, but it's not very much, like a few quid a week or something. Welsh Red says, sort the defence out and we will be okay, I say. Very important. That's what I was saying earlier. If we sign Sancho and Tellez, then realistically we're not going to be defensively that much more sound, I don't think. We might be a little bit more sound defensively, but we need to improve the defence. Amadi Nathan Jr. says Sancho and Tellez, it's looking likely. Mode Afizan says Sancho 48 hours. That's a bold claim, my friend. Bold claim. Palmerius comments, sure is good but not world class. Our centre backs are useless. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is good but not world class. We need some genuine talent in the back four. I actually disagree with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think he's world class at what he does. You can't base his last two games on his whole performance, on his career. You have to say that last year he was one of the most dependable, greatest defensive right backs in the world, in my opinion. Now the stats offensively are not there. He's not great going forward, but defensively he's wicked. So I still think he's a world-class talent or got the ability to be one. Devil of a Red comments, Taz, same as all our Deadwood. He's on big wages. Taz, what did you ask? Who was it in regards to? But either way, yeah, they're all on bloody big wages, all the Deadwood. Professor Love for me comments, big shout to Saurus Elphick. Shout out to Saurus Elphick from Professor Love for me. Ashley Jenkins says, forget Tellers, he's too old. He's only 27, to be fair, Ashley. He's coming into his peak years. The next 3 years are going to be his peak, so it's not really too old, I don't think. 27. AK says, Rio and Vidic was world-class centre-backs. Maguire is not. Yeah, okay, I agree with you. I mean, they were absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I'd still take them today at their age over what we've got. And I'm not even joking. I'm honestly not joking. I swear if you could get Rio and Vidic back out of retirement, they still do a good job. Or as good a job as some of the melts we've got, even if they're slow as fook. Pramod Bat says, I'm having serious doubts. I hear you, man. Zakir comments, Zakir Kodaboka says, and can still improve going forward. And I think he did already. Good shout. Keenan Montero says, play Van der Beek more often. Yeah, we should be seeing that. Pogba's just been off the boil. He doesn't look match sharp. I'd much rather see Donny van der Beek in there. Smash a one if you'd rather see Donny van der Beek playing over Paul Pogba right now. Mad Animal says, I think Twanzebe and Mengi should get their chances at centre-back to partner Maguire. Age shouldn't matter. Rio was very young when we signed him. Delight was Ajax captain. Got to give players chances. Fair play, Mad Animal, man. I like what you're saying there, and I do think Mengi and maybe even Twanzebe could do that. But Twanzebe's injured a lot. Mengi might be the one, but he's just still a little bit too young. Ed Woodward comments, these coaches need to read the whole contract, not just the page that tells them they're paid before signing it. The last page says the owners make final decisions, including player transfer businesses. Oh my God, Ed Woodward. Take a break. Have a day off, my friend. Hashtag Simple So getting in there with the one. Vincent Bullock, Armady Nathan Jr., Chloe Lee Roberts with the vote. Nice one, Chloe. Matt Rush, Illy United. GR7 says 1. Brahmi Reds 1. Zakir Kodabokas 1. Salim Umar 1. Abeda Gemta 1. Okay then, folks, I've just realised we've actually gone over an hour and a half. I try to keep it no longer than 90 minutes. Sometimes we do have a bit of a mare. I do generally get pretty carried away in the comment section when we do the Q&As at the end. But thank you so much to everybody that sends the questions in. What I would say, if I haven't responded to you, I do try to respond to everybody, but if I haven't responded to you, it's nothing personal. Just come back in a few minutes and comment in the not live comments after this video is finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in about anything that we've discussed. Have your say. I'll try and get back to you in there. I'll pretty much respond to everybody, so get involved in the not live comments after this video is finished. Also, make sure you do smash that like button, lads and lasses. How many likes are we on now, folks? I can't actually see. Thank you, Ryan Burberspin9. He says, great show. Yeah, everybody, appreciate you all for getting in here and stopping by and having your thoughts and getting involved with the community. It's awesome. Faith Chitte, have a good one. Powell Brick, Chloe Lee Roberts, Inner United, Rocco Tick, Ryan, Joseph Berg, Abera Gemta, Paul van der Beek. I'll be back at 9:30 tonight, everyone, for the evening roundup show. There's going to be some more news, I'd imagine, probably, hopefully. between now and then in regards to Manchester United and transfer dealings. So we'll see. Keep an eye out for that one. Come back at 9:30 tonight. If you're new to this channel, by the way, subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Get involved with the channel. Hit the sub. Click the bell icon as well next to the subscribe button to be notified when we post live. Set it to all, and it will notify when we post live on this channel, lads and lasses. Also, check out the website flyandpigunited.com. There's a link in the description if you want to have a look at our website. Also, the social media channels, Fly and Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Go and check them out. All the links in the description to that. Shout out to you all for stopping by. It looks like Tellers is going to be a red in a couple of days. I'm looking forward to that. Keep a look out on the channel. We'll keep you posted with every bit of information that's going on. Other roundup news, you know, Sancho, Reus has said he's not coming, yada, yada, yada. Dallo, Pereira, Deadwood out, basically. There's a few players on their way out as well. Potentially Rojo, Smalling as well. Good news. Also, United link with Ismail Assar, United link with Ahmad Traore, Atalanta winger, United link with Jovic, but that's all BS, it turned out in the end. So have a look, if you're just watching and you want to have a little bit more information about the transfer stuff we've spoken about, just watch the video from the start. We get all into it right there. But once again, thank you so much to you all for watching this video. Appreciate the hell out of you. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and check out the social media. I'll see you soon. This is the Pig. Thank you for watching. I'll be back at 9:30 tonight with another transfer roundup show. Shout out to the moderators. Stick that love heart in there for the moderators. Shout out to Rabison Brambale. Shout out to Illy United, Eddie A, Matty Rush, Brummy Reds, Zakir Kodabokas, Big God Bob, Joseph Berg, Billy Sheeran, Viking Red, Oliver H, Devil of a Red, Vincent Bullock, Tom Zadok, Hayden Alessandro. Shout out Hayden, great to see you, lad. Ahmad Nathan Jr., Alan T, Jonathan Gallagher, Oliver H, Paul Van Der Beek, Ryan Buzzman 9. Okay then, folks, everybody else, thanks for watching. My hair's an absolute atrocity. Jesus, man. Is that what I've been satin like? Look like with this little bit of bloody diseased shrimp bit hanging off the side of my head. Crikey. Alright then, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Have a great evening. Have a great afternoon. A bear again to see you at 9:30. Absalom Williams, James, Billy Sheeran, Joey Berg, Illy United, Kelly Clough. Kelly, thank you so much. Have a great day. Faith Chitte, Viking Red, G Wolf, and Michael Cook. Stay classy, everyone. This is the Pig. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by. And oh, that was weird. That didn't work, did it? Let's try it again. There you go. Come on, United. Lads and lasses, thank you so much to every single one of you that's tuned in today. Really, really appreciate it. This is the Patreon credits to say thank you to all the patrons that support this channel on Patreon. Also, Tier 2 channel members appear on this list as well on YouTube. So shout out to all the Bacon Brigade on YouTube. Thank you for being a channel member, all of you guys. But yeah, you got to keep it exclusive. So Tier 2 channel members appear on this list. Thank you to all the supporters. But the most important thing you can actually do to support this channel is not doing that at all. It's just watching the videos, being a regular viewer, smashing the like on it's very important as well, giving it a share, telling your granny about it would be absolutely awesome of you. Also, we've got to add a couple of people to this list, Johnny Malks and also Kelly Clough, and also a bunch of other people as well, you know. So there's a couple of other people that will be added to this list very soon. I'll just give you a verbal shout out for now, though. People like Michael Collins, Simon Cowie, Joseph Misko, Gaz Newton, Ollie In, Disco Dave, and Nicholas Critchlow. You'll all be added soon. Shout out to all the Patreon Brigade and all the Bacon Brigade members, the channel members on YouTube, and every single one of you. Thanks for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you at 9:30 tonight. This is the Pig.